Hi Aquarius, welcome. Aquarius, this is going to be your tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. Aquarius, when I was meditating on the collective Aquarian energy, I was getting a message about, essentially what I heard is point in the direction of what you want and leave everything else to the wayside, right? So I feel like some of you Aquarians have maybe been looking too much at the aspects of a situation that you don't like or that you don't want, or find yourself getting caught up doing that during this time frame. And this is just a reminder from Spirit to always focus in the direction of the wanted aspects, okay, of what you like and kind of the positives of a situation, right? Which kind of reminds me of the Capricorn reading, because I think that one was titled Finding the Silver Lining. So if you're on the cusp or you have Capricorn in your chart, maybe also check out that reading. So we have two cards out, Saturn and Mercury, which is an interesting combination, right? So this is talking about discipline, structure, responsibilities. This is the more responsible aspect of you, Aquarius, that's showing up. The part of you that knows how to get the job done. The part of you that holds yourself accountable, that shows up. So that being brought to the forefront. And then you've got Mercury here, which is all about the words that you use, your thought processes, how you communicate, learning new things, gaining insight and information. So it's a very grounded type of energy. I just feel like you bringing your A game to the table during Leo season, Aquarius. And that could apply to many different areas of your life, but it just seems like the Aquarian energy kind of getting your ish together, you know what I mean? And in the process of getting yourself together, like learning something new, it's almost like bringing the wisdom that you have, Aquarius, to the table. But at the same time, the encouragement from Spirit is to be open as well to learning something new during this time frame. And I'm hearing it's about yourself. So you might be learning some new aspects of self, some new traits about self that you've not accessed before or that you've not tapped into before. You might have some talents or gifts that you may not have fully cultivated yet that might be coming to the forefront here, Aquarius. But whatever's coming through, I just feel like this very fluid energy and the Aquarian energy staying pretty grounded and practical during August. But let's get some more cards out and see. FYI, this is Gemini, Virgo energy out so far, Aquarius. So let's see what else for my Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? Yes, the Knight of Swords. So more cards about communication. Communication seems to be very important during this time frame. There might be just a lot of dialogue going on. You might be very busy during this time frame or receiving a lot of calls, texts, emails, whatever. I just feel like there seems to be a lot of back and forth going on in the energy. Sometimes though, Aquarius, and this is a caution, this card can represent drama. So again, there's that emphasis on being careful how you communicate your words and to make sure that you say what you mean and mean what you say. Because there could be some drama that ensues if there is a miscommunication here, or there could be people coming into your environment, Aquarius, that just want to stir things up, you know, and obviously you're best not to entertain that, Aquarius, and to stay your practical, grounded self best you can during this time frame. But yeah, let's go further and see what else you have coming in so we can get a little bit more specific, a little bit more detail for you. So we're going to go into the headspace, Aquarius. What's going on in the headspace? What does Aquarius need to know? What's coming through for Aquarius? Whoa. All right, so you have the Nine of Wands, the Awakening card, and Temperance. So this is interesting because I got this in Gemini's reading as well about the spiritual awakening. I felt that in their reading. So if you're dealing with Gemini, FYI, you might want to check out that reading, or if you have that in your chart. But essentially what I was feeling was like awakening to something new about life. And I feel like for the Aquarian, this is more about awakening to a new part of yourself, a part of you that you have not accessed yet. Because you continually learn about self and grow and develop as you age, all the way until the grave. You know, we never stop learning and growing. And so I feel this growth cycle coming through for you, Aquarius, where you're kind of discovering some new things that you haven't really tapped into before. And that's showing up here again. This might be a time frame as well where you're really focused more on your independence than anything, because this is kind of like a very independent, self-sufficient type of energy coming through. It seems to me that, you know, some of y'all have really been through the ringer, right? Or have been presented quite a few challenges in the past 3 years here, Aquarius. And yet, at the same time, this has brought you some sort of epiphany about yourself, some sort of awakening within yourself. And also, they're demonstrating to me the heart chakra. So some of y'all are also coming into this space in your life where you're maybe opening up your heart chakra, being a little bit more receptive, Aquarius, and open to love. Okay, so let's see what else. And the devil. So this is very serious energy here. I feel like whatever you have going on, and I don't find Aquarians to be a super serious sign, like maybe a Capricorn would be, but you definitely have a side of you that wants to be taken seriously, okay? I feel like for the most part, Aquarian energy is very light, very lighthearted, but when it comes to like things that you're very in tune with, things that you feel you're very mastered at, you want to be taken seriously, right? Like, don't ever question an Aquarian's intellect, because the one thing that Aquarian energy can't stand is to be talked down to. And obviously I'm an Aquarian, so I know that, but I just feel like that more serious nature coming out during this time frame, though, because there might be some serious matters of the heart going on, or this just wanting to be taken seriously is kind of what I feel, you know, like, yeah, you can be lighthearted, you could be fun, and you're the sign of rebellion and independence, but I feel like at the same time, you don't want to be, or you might be triggered, I should say, if you come into a situation where you feel like you're not being appreciated, or you're not, you know, someone is questioning the Aquarian. I feel like that being a big trigger for you. So, and that could be what this drama is about. So beware of that, okay? But it's all in how you present yourself, Aquarius. So it's not so much how people treat us, it's how we choose to react. And we're always in control of that. You know what I mean? So watch your reactions, as I feel like this card can also indicate, you know, losing your temper, going into your shadow self, allowing yourself to be triggered, and maybe needing to like shy away from that if you can. So let's see what else. What else for my Aquarians? Queen of Pentacles, the Wheel in the reverse. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys this card. Look at how serious her face is. Why do I feel like that's you, Aquarius? Whether you're male or female, it's a general reading, it matters not. But again, there's that like authoritative part of you coming out. Some of you are the boss, okay, or watch being bossy, maybe, because I'm getting a song. Who you think you're effing with? I'm the mother boss. Okay, obviously I did my best to buffer the the F word, but basically what he says in the song is, I'm the boss. All right, and the Strength card, what's this? The Knight of Emotion. Wow. And we have the star here. I have another song coming through. I heard it's all, and it all comes down to you. Maybe once, maybe twice. You see your gypsy. Sorry, I had to get the rest of it out. Okay, Gypsy by Fleetwood Mac / Stevie Nicks. And it all comes down to you. So, wow, Aquarius, there might be something going on where it really does come down to you and what you want and how you feel. And maybe you are the decision maker during this time frame, or put into a position where, you know, something comes down to you, your choice, what you're doing, okay? There also seems to be something repetitive going on in the energy, and I'm getting this is around the emotional space, okay? And I'm getting a message about like needing to make a decision on an emotional level where it is that you really do stand with something. There's been some sort of wavering going on in the emotional space, I feel. I'm hearing get down to brass taxes. So some sort of decision needing to be made around that. And then I'm getting a message about in due timing. In due timing, things will come full circle. That's what I'm getting. Take it or leave it. But yeah, okay, wow. There seems to be so many messages that want to come through right now. There seems to be something repetitive going on, like I said, in the emotional aspect of your life. A repeated pattern around relationships that seems to be presenting itself, all right? And the encouragement here, Aquarius, is to make one specific relationship the most important relationship to you. And that is the relationship with yourself. And allowing yourself to really, truly honor your emotions and what you're ready for, okay? There is love here that wants to come through, okay? And there seems to be like really strong emotion tied to this, okay? So I don't know if you're connecting with someone that has a lot of strong emotion towards you, Aquarius, or you, they, but it's definitely being highlighted in the emotional self. And yet you want to be taken seriously. Some of you want to feel respected, or you're wanting to place a boundary and wanting that to be respected. Like, I don't feel, Aquarius, like if you've given in the past, or maybe you allowed people to kind of push the boundaries, I don't feel you allowing that during this time frame. You know, even if there is strong emotion here, or someone's trying to play on the emotions, Aquarius, I still feel like you holding your stance as to like what you will allow and what you will not allow. And if your boundaries are crossed, or you feel like you're not being taken seriously, I feel that really pissing you off. Excuse my French, I couldn't think of a better word. Like, really, I feel like that triggering you. Because you're also on this path of self-discovery, right? And one of the things you may be discovering about yourself is your ability to set boundaries, or something around the boundaries, okay? And also discipline. Sometimes Aquarian energy, because we're kind of an erratic sign, can sometimes be undisciplined if you're not careful, because we tend to be scattered quite a bit. And so this is saying bringing back some of that more disciplined nature during this time frame would be helpful to you, Aquarius. It's almost like you're testing your strength, you know, you're not just your physical strength, but I feel more so your emotional, your spiritual strength. It's almost like testing your capabilities, Aquarius, is what's coming through. So let's go further and see. And I love that song, Gypsy. Mostly because I am one. Maybe look that song up. All right, Knight of Materials. Okay. What else? The Seven of Inspiration, the Tower, and the Six of Emotion. Okay, so Aquarius, this is you kind of pushing past your own limits. Getting to this space where you're ready for expansion, pushing out of your comfort zone for some of you. Maybe this has been a long time coming here, Aquarius, but I feel whatever you have on your path or whatever you have on your trajectory for August, it's like you feel very strongly about it. They're giving me the word conviction. So you seem to be holding on strongly to something that you have conviction around. and this is kind of pushing the boundary of something, or they keep giving me the word boundaries, pushing the limit with something, testing your limits. Maybe that's what it is, testing your own limits. And so I feel like that being the strongest message here. However, there's the Tower and the Six of Emotions. So there seems to be some sort of shakeup here in the emotional space where some of you are going through some massive changes right now, Aquarius. And although I feel you being excited about your future, I do feel like there's this nostalgia or this maybe even sadness coming through about what you're leaving behind, right? Because every time we move towards something new, we are always leaving something behind. But of course, Spirit always wants you to look forward because life is forward facing in the eyes of Source. But we have a tendency to look back, you know, and there might be, you know, moments where you're looking back, Aquarius, and you're like, wow, okay, that era is over, and then feeling some kind of way about that, whether that's sweet memories or sad memories, you know. But I do feel like there might be a moment or two where it just feels like, wow, the changes that are going on with you may seem overwhelming, you know, to the point where like you might even look at an old version of yourself and be like, wow, I wish I was back to that version of me, or I miss that me, you know, or you might find yourself missing a version of you, the old you. But, okay, so the guidance coming through around that, Aquarius, to help assist you in that is that all of the old versions of you still exist within you. And you never lose a part of yourself. You only become more of who you are. Never, ever do you become less. You only ever become more whole, more expansive, more you. You know, so this is a play on the mind here, and Spirit not wanting you to give too much attention to that or too much focus to the past or things that have already occurred, right? Because you can't go back and change them, and it's just not a good use of your time, and it has the ability to really pull you down emotionally. So whatever big changes have occurred, accept them. They're saying they want you to come into acceptance of, I am where I am, and that's got to be okay because this is where I am, you know. So no looking back. All right, just getting really, really okay with the present moment, Aquarius, and the decisions you've made up until now, and then inviting the universe to give you more to be grateful, inviting that appreciation into your heart, into your soul, and letting that be your guide is really going to be key here, as I do feel like a lot of you are going through some sort of, like I said, self-discovery or spiritual awakening. Yes, and then the message here is to rest your mind, right? Rest easy here, Aquarius, if you feel yourself getting pulled into a rut or thinking about the past, to rest easy, all right? So let's see what the Law of Attraction has to say about this. I keep hearing a song and then it goes away. But why does it sound like a Western movie? That's all I keep hearing in the back of my mind. I have no idea. So we all into old Westerns? I don't know. Weird, right? Take it or leave it. I don't know why I get some of the things that I get, but whatever. All right, so law of attraction. Okay. You had 2. This one says, the harder I push against it, the more I attract its essence. When you find some unwanted thing and you want to shout no, shout briefly, but then turn your attention to what you do want. Any attention to anything is practicing the vibration that will bring it to you. This is like literally matching the channeled message I got to start the reading, which is to focus on the positive aspects of something. Because whatever you focus on, you get, whether you want it or not. So if that's the case, and that is the truth, and it is, then be a good focuser. Focus in a positive direction, Aquarius. And then this one says, I am life everlasting, I am eternal. It says you cannot die, you are everlasting life. In grace, you may choose to relax and allow your transition, but you are always non-physical, pure, positive energy, and your natural state is forever. Just a reminder to you, Aquarius, that we have physical bodies, yes, but our eternalness is in spirit form, is in non-physical, is in our consciousness, and we never cease to exist, so nothing to fear there, all right? And we'll get one guidance card from the angel deck. And this says, a child's love. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as a part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our heart. So if you have children, Aquarius, connecting with your children may be very important during Leo season. That might bring you a lot of joy. If you don't have children, maybe just connecting with the little child inside of you would bring you some joy. So, Aquarius, wow. I'm going to leave it there for now. Zodiac signs that you might be dealing with or have in your own birth chart. I have Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio energy, and Leo. Those are the predominant signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos and content over there. Tarot Time with Dana, all of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Aquarius, and until next time, my friends.